questions on the carcass? Are you good? Okay. Now, we got a small class today. We still have a fair amount of meat to cut, so we have to keep moving. Nice.
Another one there.
Don't tell me you're not in the back room, are you?
Sand.
No. We're good. We're good. It'll start to look the same after a while. Okay. All right, take the hip. I'll go through this relatively quickly. Put your finger on like this. Can you stay like just like that? Got it? Okay, thanks.
Like 5 seconds, I was like, he's gonna cut my finger off.
You were ready for it. So ready for it.
Okay, cracks me. I don't know why he comes down. I think he just comes down here and says hello to everybody and leaves. I really do. Okay, if you wanted to purchase a legs of lamb, you would say, I need a pair of legs as is. And this would be as is, untrimmed, not split. Untrimmed and not split. That's a typical way to buy.
Where would that, like, the whole hind saddle be? Would be a little bit more
The
above?
hind saddle would include
The loin.
the loin up to and including the 13th rib. Buy a leg of lamb, one, you would get this. Same thing, I want a leg of lamb as is. Okay? Lots of times, because of the size and the packing, they'll take and they'll cut this, and maybe they'll tag it a little bit in here, and they'll tie it down with a rubber band or a piece of string so it's a little easier for them to keep. Okay? Otherwise, you get the whole thing.
What's the most cost-effective way to order?
God, you know, when it comes to lamb, you gotta be really careful because it's just not cheap. No matter what you do, it's not cheap. A leg of lamb right now, I think we're in the high fours on a leg of lamb right now. That's a lot of money. When you start considering it, what I just threw away was probably 3/4 of a pound at almost $5 a pound. Okay, then we gotta clean this all up. We gotta take the H bone out, the whole pelvic bone out, the hip, the shank. You know, there's a lot of money. Your new fabricated price per pound for this could easily hit $8 or $9 a pound. Easily.
You can't use any of that, can you?
Not really. Not really. Not really. So there's your leg of lamb with just the shank off.
And I find that in supermarkets, like, lamb doesn't sell that much either because we go to our local shop right and I used to do this lamb shake, braised lamb shake with lentils. And
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, and we'd get these lamb shanks and I'd take them out the next day and they'd already be bad. Like, it wasn't the bad, like, lamb gamey smell, it's just that they weren't selling.
Yeah.
And, like, I bought them at a couple of grocery stores that happened.
Lamb, remember from day one, the consumption level of lamb is at the bottom of the pole, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's hard to
The only thing less than lamb is game,
Yeah.
wild game. So.
We should try to buy fabricated as much as possible, or at least.
Well, I would say so, because this, you know, there's a lot of fat here. Remember I told you, not only do you have to pay for it, then you got to pay somebody to take it away.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my biggest pet peeve. Biggest pet peeve is having a fat barrel that I got to pay somebody $65 to get rid of. That bothers me. Okay, a lot. Okay, so there's your legs. Come in and take the neck off. Depending on how accurate I am, sometimes I can get right in there into the atlas joint.
It's already off.
There used to be a joke I used to say when I did this and somebody got very offended. I ended up getting written up for it.
Did it involve decapitation?
It did. You know, it was an old-fashioned butcher's joke. 100 years. Mary had a little lamb and I cut off the head. There's a word in between. Okay? And it wasn't the F word either. Serious trouble. So, now, what I'm taking out here is this heavy, thick, yellow piece that's called elastin. E-L-A-S-T-I-N. Elastin. This has no culinary value. But I want to tell you, you can beat the hell out of somebody with this thing. And it will never come apart, especially if they're actually quite long. So I, having the entrepreneurial mind that I do, that never sleeps, I said, there's got to be use for this. Grandchildren were teething and crying like crazy. You ever run around a kid who's teething?
Yeah.
It's pretty horrible, isn't it, for them? What do you think? Yes? Probably, yeah, it would be. So I took a big piece of elastin, boiled it down, got all the junk off of it, made sure it was sterilized. I froze it with sugar water, so it was nice and sweet. Kid didn't have any teeth anyway, so I didn't worry about rotting his teeth out, right? I let him chew on it. Oh, he was happy as hell.
It's genius.
It was wonderful, until my daughter came home. When my daughter came home, she saw that. She was nuts. She went nuts on me, because she knew right away what it was. She's been around this stuff all her life. The baby starts crying. Give it back! Give it back! Give it back!
I see what
And I do. Another failed attempt at humor?
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Hey, and we have this all in video, so we can make like Chef's greatest hits.
Yeah, there ain't no great hits here. Okay? No, I am I got the worst jokes on the entire campus. But that's my image, you know? Okay. Trotters. The inspector will look at the bone ossification to help determine the age. Okay. And the other ones, where's the other ones here? The other ones here. This is called spooling. They actually look like little spools, don't they?
Totally.
Right. Spools of thread?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what spool thread?
Certainly.
He laughs. Okay. Let's get these four shanks out of the way. Yeah, let's get these four shanks out of the way. Okay, there's your four shank. Now, in order to French that, all you would need to do is just go around, go real tight to the bone. I like to use the heel of my knife for that because I'm putting my knife right on the bone to make sure I get all that membrane cut. Okay? Peel it off. Sometimes you gotta use a little help with the knife. Alright. And that would basically be your French four shank. Okay. Trim up a little bit here. Okay. Careful there. Stand up a little bit better. Alright, there you go. Now both sides. Cut them evenly. It's very important that you cut evenly. Same thing. In a few minutes, I'll show you the height shanks. Okay. And we'll come in, count back 4 bones. Huh, wow. It's got a broken bone. Sure does.
Broken rib.
2, 3, 4, yep.
Must have
It's
got-
healed, it must have been broken young. I cut between rib 4 and 5. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, I'm looking in and I have not taken my eye off where it needs to go. Right between 4 and 5. Come up, try and touch the 2. Got it. Go down. Never take for granted that you're cutting in the right place when it comes to the hand. Always measure twice.
Wow.
Always measure twice. Isn't that beautiful?
Gorgeous.
Yeah, you know, people can't relate to this. You know, people outside the food world cannot relate to us all when we say, "Oh, look how beautiful that is." You know, they're looking at, what do you know how beautiful? So you just cut an animal up. Yeah, well, you know what? Look at that marbling.
Yep.
Okay? Look at the color. Okay? Nice, the fat cover is on the outside. Look how fresh this thing looks. You know, this is our world. People don't understand us. It's okay.
We're special.
We are. We are. We make people happy with food. Don't you agree?
Yep.
That's why we're all here. No? I make people happy with sausage. You guys make people happy with real food.
Or cooking your sausage.
What?
Or cooking your sausage. This real food.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? Someday you'll see my name in the supermarkets.
There you go.
Let's hope.
A big smiling mug, and I'd be like, I knew that guy.
You knew him. You knew him.
Yeah, hair.
Best chunks ever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you won't be saying that, I'm sure.
You could put a joke on the back of each package.
Failed attempt at humor sausage company?
What a ham.
Oh,
Ew.
cool. What a man. Now, when I look at this, again, because we are who we are, I look at a nice even split. Spinal cord tissue on both sides, even, right down the middle. That's the kind of stuff that we look at. Most anybody else would never understand. Okay, so now, there is your square cut chuck. Okay,
Oh.
here's your round bone chops.
Yep.
Okay, we cut. Maybe 4, depending on how thick. Turn it this way, and you get your blade bone chops. Okay? About 20 cents a pound more here than here. Whether you're buying them wholesale, retail, wherever, you should always pay more for round bone than you do for blade bone.
I'm glad I got to see that square cut, because I was doing the definitions last night, and the cut just it confused me. And now that I'm seeing it in person, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So this is now a square cut chuck. Now remember, if this was a hog, okay, it would have been 2 separate pieces.
Yeah.
we would have had the picnic and the butt, but we don't have that. It's too small. And even with the veals, it's the same as this. Okay, it's the whole shoulder. So somebody's going to bone this out. One of us, we're going to bone both of these out. You guys. And you're going to start to take this apart. You're going to get up underneath these ribs, and you're going to follow this all out. You're going to get real nice and close up in here. And you're going to leave all that eye muscle in. And then you're going to go in there and you're going to dig out that femur bone, or that humerus bone. And the shoulder blade. It's all under here. You're going to get in there, you're going to carve it all out. Then you're going to clean it all up, and you're going to see how much fat and connective tissue and all that stuff is inside of here. And then you're going to roll it all back together again. Okay? All right, so here's your square cut chuck. Now, I'm going to take this apart and see if anybody can recognize this. If this were beef, what would it be?
I'll try to.
No.
The water gun?
What?
The water gun?
No. Absolutely
So
not.
it was
Not even
came
close.
from the top up.
Where did it come from?
Is it skirt, chef?
Not a skirt.
Brisket.
Yes.
Huh?
Who said that? Daniel, did you say that? Yes. Brisket, yes. Okay, look how it goes up. You got that second layer up here. You get the heavy wedge of fat. Right? Don't forget, there's your breastbone.
This is the continuation of the brisket.
Okay? Cool, right? Same thing. But what do? You gotta get 75 of these things to make something out of it, huh?
I bet they'd be hella good though.
I bet it'd be tasty as hell.
Yeah.
Wrap another piece of lamb in that.
And then wrap it in bacon. Because lamb and bacon goes really good.
How about lamb bacon? Want me to show you lamb bacon?
Yes, please.
I don't know if this is, I can give you, I can show you, but this one is not very big. My one I had this morning was beautiful. Would have made a great lamb bacon. But this is not.
I can't believe how small it is.
It's a petite animal.
Wouldn't that be the biggest part?
The bones are so
That would
fat.
be the biggest part of it.
The brisket, yeah, that'd be the largest part of it, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let me just take a minute here if I can do this.
Pick them little beans out of there.
Give me a little something special.
Those kidneys.
Those are kidneys, yes.
Why do they always include kidneys with
For inspection purposes. Now, when I've been looking at this, I should tell you there should be a cut in each one of these kidneys. A slice that the inspector does to make sure he looks at it for disease. All kidneys. Veal, lamb, hogs, they're all cut. The inspector does that. Get an eye in there, get a look. Okay. Remember all the fat we took out of the beef loin? Because same thing here. Just in a much smaller scale. Proportionally, it's the same thing. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's like a little tunnel.
Yeah.
Does the lamb have a hanger steak?
It might. Let's see. Okay, got it.